Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your personalized reading for the week of April 25th to May 1st, 2022. This is a general reading, so take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others what does not. To get a deeper dive into the week, be sure to check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, in this first row, we're going to look at the energy that you are leaving behind. In the middle row, we're looking at the core vibe of this week. And in this last row here, we're getting messages from your future self. So what you have, the energy you're leaving is determination. The core vibe of your week is message in a bottle, and the message from your future self is joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards, get some substance. And in terms of the determination, looks like you have either two suitors that were kind of determined to approach you, or you were determined to approach. We'll take a closer look. Okay. These look like overall pretty good cards. So you have over under determination, energy you're leaving, 7 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. In the core vibe of the week, message in a bottle, you have 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and message from your future self, the joy and delight, you have Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Fool. So overall, the energy is vibing pretty positively. So this determination, the energy you are kind of leaving is, it's almost as if you really weren't sure what you were trying to focus on. It could be that you were juggling between Knight of Pentacles being like career, studies, job, and then the Knight of Cups, relationships. So it seems that this energy of determination is kind of being left in that here you're kind of the current, the core vibe of your week, the message in the bottle. This card is really about, communication, looking at signs, and kind of the universe really giving you certain signals and messages about what direction to go in. Almost like spiritual guidance. And that can be in the form of, hearing a song on the radio, hearing from an ex, seeing a certain commercial, and, crying, getting certain emotions about that. Could even be, an email saying, hey, your car warranty is going to expire, so please contact us. And it's just spam, and then you check your spam folders and see that there's an important message in there. So it's things like that. Definitely kind of, the wheel of fortune turning in that regard. So it seems like you may have not had focus over here. You knew you were determined to move forward in either career or relationships. And I think it's maybe you're not going to force things to happen. You're just going to go with the flow. You're going to not try to control too many things. Just really enjoy the people around you and kind of tap into your your energy, what motivates you. And then here for this message from your future self, this joy and delight, open your heart to joy. This card is kind of recognizing like the whole purpose of life is to experience moments of joy, to have, our hearts fulfilled with happiness. Um, that can't, you know, I would say it's probably impossible to be delighted and full of joy 24/7, but this is kind of saying you put in a lot of um, mental and emotional energy into kind of pursuing a goal, controlling what you can control. And this message from your higher self is like, just have fun. Like, you can see here, this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is always so funny to me because this horse is looking at the knight and looking back at, does this knight know what the hell he's doing? So it's kind of like, I'm just going for it. This knight's going for it. We got to go for it. But I really question whether this fool even knows what's going on. But the Knight of Swords really has great intentions. They're determined. They're focused. They might not have a great plan after the attack, but they're going to swoop in and make things happen. What's interesting is these knights here are kind of facing the direction of the future, whereas this Knight of Swords here is rushing backwards. And this Knight of Swords is going to run into the Wheel of Fortune, which is not going to turn the way the Knight of Swords wants it to turn. And you have the Ace of Cups and the Fool. This is really like a gift from the universe, a gift to kind of express yourself, to, feel an abundance of feelings, to experience life in a way that it seems, not that it hasn't been experienced that way before, but it could be that there was, a time where the focus became, we need to pursue this, we need to pursue that, we need to kind of make things happen. So we're going to do some clarification of the cards, but that's what I'm picking up on. Overall, this is still, like, not still, but this is a pretty good reading. And it's kind of like you're just going to let things happen and keep in mind that the primary, the one thing that's true, there's multiple things that are true. The one thing that is true, at least for this reading, is that you can't control what other people are going to do. You can't control all aspects around you. You can only kind of recognize, you can only spot the, not even all the factors. If you were to wake up in the morning and try to identify and process everything around you, you would never leave your room. You would never leave the bed. Be looking at all the different wrinkles in the sheets, and looking at the number of threads that kind of go together and the cracks in the walls. Like, you can only identify certain things in your environment that will kind of aid you in navigating. So here, it's not even this determination. this determination card here, it's about having, the kind of like, you have to be creative. You have to figure out what it is you want to do. You still need to, overcome certain challenges, but, and that's always going to kind of be part of life, whatever immediate goal you want to accomplish. Get up in the morning and you're hungry, your goal is to get something to eat. That's, you still have obstacles to overcome unless you have, you know, a maid or a butler who is ready to spoon feed you as soon as you wake up. I don't know anyone who has that, so if you do, let me know. I didn't know that was a gig that was an option for most people. So let's take a look here at what's going on. Oh, you have the King of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Chariot. So it seems as if this determination was kind of like, the intention was to kind of drive like a vision, a plan, to be a leader, to break out, possibly be an entrepreneur, do your own business, even, and really just try to be innovative. And you have all these ideas kind of popping up. With the Seven of Cups, the thing about the Seven of Cups, these are just all potentials. These could even be daydreams. And it doesn't mean it can't become a reality, but the cup that you need to focus on is the one that your heart is really, drawn to. So if your heart wasn't really drawn to anything other than, having this King of Wands um, status, or, someone in your life like the King of Wands, then it's kind of a far jump. But with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles here, it was, intention to look towards the future as what you can create. But this energy of the King of Wands, the vibrancy, the passion, that wasn't anywhere else here. So in terms of the Knight of Pentacles, perhaps you had maybe started a job, maybe got some job offers, maybe even started doing some jobs, realized you didn't really like it. That's possible. And then with the Knight of Cups, you have the Chariot here. So the Chariot, it's interesting in that this is your card. This is the card of Cancer. And the Chariot is all about going off, leaving their comfort zone, and, overcoming obstacles in order to reach their goal, be victorious, and then you come back to this town, this city, and, you have pretty much accomplished what most others haven't. You have status, and you have a sense of, victory. So what's interesting here is the Chariot is in this kind of, well, the person driving the chariot is in this chariot and is kind of boxed in. And you see the chariot is like leaving the city. And really all the person in the chariot wants to do is to make sure their home is safe. And they have to leave their comforts of home in order to do that. They also have to balance, different energies. You have the yin and yang energy. You have the opposing um, energies, or the contradicting energies, the black and white here, and the Sphinx is that the I think it's a charioteer is what they're called, has to kind of manage and blend, weave together so that they can overcome the obstacles and reach the goal. So, and even on the shoulder pads of the charioteer, there's a happy face and there's like a sad face. So they're really having to experience a lot of emotions, similar to the the Knight of Cups, in a way where they're just the Knight of Cups is comfortable with their emotions. They are in what's the word? Intentional about what they want um, to, I guess, accomplish. But these are like the two of the slowest moving knights in the deck. Really not um, as energetic and active and moving as the King of Wands. So here it's as if there was this idea of I need to, you know, look at my long term. I need to invest in something. And here the ultimate goal is to make sure that you are, you know, taking care of, you're loyal to your home, and um, really protecting the emotions that are involved here and the energies that are involved here. So it's not that this determination is left. It's almost as the charioteer has to answer the question of what the goal is. And you can't really go off on your journey and overcome obstacles and reach your victory if you don't have your goals set out yet. And it seems like here, the Seven of Cups, the goal wasn't really established. So here, the core vibe is like just hang out, just like let things happen. Don't try to control things. Um, Life is changing, and how about why don't you start off with the Queen of Wands energy? Uh, that energy is not as, you know, active. Queen of Wands is more receptive. Um, they are very even mysterious. To you don't have to know exactly what you're doing. Your heart will lead you. Um, but the little black cat here is like there's a little bit of mystery. With the 10 of Pentacles here, it could be that the message, you know, the message that you will get might be in relation to a family business, um, you know, inheritance of some sort, possibly even like, you know, selling of the family home. Something is kind of changing. So, in terms of what if you're spinning your wheels about something, then it's a good time just to let things happen, just see what's going on in your community, and um, possibly even if there is someone that you know in your community, in your family friend, that is considered someone who has a way with, you know, making amazing things happen, setting up uh, couples on blind dates that end up getting married, um, you know, putting two people together who end up starting a business. Someone who is just really good, uh, you know, a people person, connector, and just talk to them, see what's going on in their life. But it seems that the universe will kind of has its own plans for you. So interesting. You have the Seven of Swords clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords clarifying the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles clarifying the Wheel of Fortune here. So I'll point out the obvious where you have the two queens here. So definitely if there's someone that you know, a mentor, um, a family friend, an aunt, um, an uncle even who is, a little bit more, not so blunt, more open to communication, um, speaks honestly. Talk to those people, and they might have some insight for you about life. And it's almost as if, you have the king here, you have the knights here, you have the queens here, you have the knights over here as well, and you have the fool. So it's almost as if this message in a bottle is really also focusing on being more receptive to things, um, receptive to information, being receptive to people even approaching you. So if you're maybe at a birthday party or some event, and there's a person that is going to come talk to you that you would usually shy away, say, excuse me, I'm going to go get more food. They sit down and talk to them. And don't just try to sneak off. Say, excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and just not come back. That is not something you should do. You should actually really talk to these people, communicate with them. And here with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a sense of really not really sure of what to do next. You've got Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You don't have the Seven of Wands. It'd be interesting if it does come out. The Seven of Wands is about having an inner conviction and knowing what, they believe, what they want. This is not really knowing what they want. This is not really knowing, what to do. And this is not really knowing who can see you, in what you're um, in what you're doing. So basically, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Pentacles, if you have certain expectations about how something's going to go, you're probably going to be disappointed because you can't control fate. You can't control how things are going to, you can't prevent something necessarily from happening in the long run or get the exact outcome you are hoping to. Some things you can, if you want to, let's say, like bake some brownies. You can follow the recipe. You can put together all the ingredients, put it in the oven for the exact time, and you can get some brownies. Whether it will be burnt, whether it will be chunky, whether it will taste good, that's something you can't have exact control over that all the time. Maybe if you're just an amazing chef, possibly. But here at the Seven of Pentacles, it's as if, there's certain expectations. And I think these Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords are really just They're going to be people who can help you deal with just letting things happen and picking up on the right cues. So that is what I see is like that core vibe. In terms of the message from your future self, the joy and delight, I think part of that is kind of making sure that whatever information you learn, whatever kind of openness that is the focus of the week, not to go back, not to go backwards and, you know, start spinning your wheels again. Really open up to experiencing, gifts from the universe, gifts from spirit, and really, you know, um, taking some risks to try something new and not be so, um, what's the word? Goal focused. So here the chariot, this is about, you know, going on your journey to accomplish your goal and be victorious. The fool, the goal is just to experience life. So, and have fun while doing that. So that's the message from your future self. And we'll even get some more clarifiers here. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands. So here, the Page of Cups is the kind of like almost the equivalent of the Fool in the sense of looking at the world with a potential, with, limitless possibilities, imagination, and being open to what the world will, will kind of bring. It kind of, I don't know why I was thinking about this before today, about if you're someone that likes swimming at all, um, likes swimming in the ocean, likes swimming in the pool. Um, I remember even just a few years ago, um, being in the water, just in my mind having some song playing and pretending I was like a ballerina, because the water just like kind of with the waves coming in just lifts you up. And so it's like I could make these really great jumps and I was swinging my arms around and, you know, it was just my own imagination. And when I was younger, I would pretend I was like a synchronized swimmer and, just go around. So here it's like that's the joy and delight of a child. Like here you can see there's like a child on this card. So this is like childlike wonder with the Fool. And then you have the 10 of Cups here. So it's almost as if this gift from the universe is pretty much, it's not a roadmap at all. It's a it's like a moral map or a concept map of really you focus on connections with people. You focus on your connection with the universe, with spirit, with your emotions, doing things from the heart, leading with your heart, and you're ultimately going to be fulfilled. Whatever your version of the happy ever after is yours to have. And why not just start enjoying it now? Um, Here with the 8 of Wands and the Fool, it's as if like once you start this open to openness to experience life and enjoying it, it's going to progress and it's going to, you don't see where the 8 of Wands is going to land, because it's almost as if it could affect any other part of your life if you just let it. Um, so that's kind of what I'm seeing for your week. I'm hoping that this provides a helpful perspective, and we'll see you next time. Take care.